Hey YouTube, a little housekeeping here. Smoking my Anderson, Israeli-made Anderson pipe. Very good smoking pipe. Very big bowl. I don't know if you see anything there. Anyway. Excellent smoking pipe. Great draw. Made in Israel. And it's an Anderson. I think it's just as good as an Alpha. Those are good pipes too. Let me put this down here. It's been a few days since my last video, and been working a lot. Just a reminder that my contest is ending May 30th. May 30th, I'll be drawing a name and see who wins the Balkan Sobrani. Heading down to the tobacco shop tomorrow. My tobacconist, he's holding me a sleeve of Squadron Leader and a sleeve of 4 Virginia Flake he got in. Those two are great tobaccos on my top 5. So, like I said, my contest ends May 30th. Go out and do a random act of kindness. Make a video response. Send it in. Now, you don't have to wait until you go out and do a random act of kindness. It can be something that you have already done and you're doing a video about it. For example, today is my 20th wedding anniversary. Been married for 20 years, the same woman, and we're doing well. She left work. Of course, today's my day off. She left work early, and I had to take her to the doctor because she had a little bit of pain here in the chest. So I went and checked that out, and she's doing well. But we decided to stop and get something to eat. And while we were standing in line, I noticed this guy comes in, and he pulls change out of his pocket. He's looking at the menu. He shakes his head, steps over to the side, looks at that part of the menu, shakes his head. Then he kind of moves a little bit closer to where the dollar section's at, and he starts counting the change. And he looks up the menu, starts counting some more change, and he's got $1 and some, just a little over $1, enough to pay for tax on a $1 item. He's really counting that change. He's looking at some of the choices, the combos, and you could tell he was hungry. Never seen the guy before. He was quite dirty. Anyway, I looked at my wife and I told her, I said, I'm going to do something. And she got the cups, went over and started making the drinks. And I took out a $5 bill I had in my pocket. I put it on the counter. And I said, here you go. I said, your meal's on me. I really couldn't afford more than $5. You know, at the time, that's really all the excess cash I had in my pocket. And he looked up at me, or looked actually over, because he's actually a little bit taller than I was. He looked down at me, actually. But anyway, he looked at me and he said, oh man, I can't take your money. I said, no. I said, I want to do something. Here you go. You know, I want you to be able to eat because you look hungry. He goes, man, I am hungry. I said, well, here's $5. It's really all I can afford right now. So, you know, it's on me. You don't have to thank me. And I turned around and went on. Well, he looked at that $5 bill and he looked at the change in his hand. And I sit down and a lady come over, asked him what he wanted. And originally he was just going to keep the $5 laying there. And he said, "Ma'am, all I have is $1." He said, I just want a fry." And he looked down at the $5 again, looked back at me, and I kind of looked away. And I looked back up. By the time he reached, got the $5, he said, "Ma'am, how much can I get for this $5? And the lady behind the counter that was witnessing a lot of this stuff, kind of going on, she goes, "Honey, just get whatever you want, whatever combo." She said that $5 would be enough. And he got I believe it was a double Whopper with cheese, which I know is at least $8 for the whole combo. And he gave her $5 and the dollar change he had in his pants. He got his bag of food, and as he was walking out the door, he looked up at me and went, "Thank you, sir," and he walked on out. Don't know that man from Adam. I don't know him. Never seen him before. But he's going to eat, and I'm glad I could do something for someone else that was in worse shape than I was at the time. And who knows, maybe one day I'll have a flat tire or whatever, and as I'm there, he might drive by and help me fix a flat. Who knows? But I'm a believer in what comes around goes around. As long as I'm out there helping those less fortunate, eventually somebody will help me if I'm ever that same destitute, So, that's what I got so far. Just a little rant and ramble. Drinking a Guinness. Yeah, I like Guinness. It's my favorite beer. And smoking number 5 blend by Sutliff. Excellent Latakia blend. And of course, to tamp my pipe, I'm using my homemade tamper made of walnut. So, YouTube, get those video responses in. And a couple shout outs. If you hadn't had a chance to see Hobby Pipe's video about his clocks, these tins. Let me see if I can have one. Okay, he said the 100-gram tin works best, but he can get a tin, put a clock right here with the hands, and you'll have a tobacco clock. Excellent idea. I'm trying to figure out what kind of 100-gram tin I could scrounge up and send out. One of my favorite smokes is plum cake, so I might send that one out. But if you haven't had a chance, look at his video about the clocks that he has made, and it is an excellent item to get and put in your office or your man cave, your smoke room. In AGS Mama's the situation, I don't know if it'd be a man cave, but it could be a woman cave, or wherever she would want to hang something like that. So yeah, go ahead and check that out. Check out some of Matches 860. He's got some more presenters, and his last one, he's got his weekend review coming up. He's always good to watch. Of course, all the kind words from Steve is always welcome in his videos. So I'm seeing a lot of great work. Stash Warden, hey man, your artwork is fantastic. I've still got your message, and I'm trying to find the picture that I would like to have you do some artwork on for me. So definitely look for that. You'll be seeing it coming your way. YouTube community, enough of me ranting, enough ramble. I'm going to sit here and finish smoking my pipe. I might think about doing a couple video responses here in a second. I got to catch up on my contest responses. So we'll talk at you later. Bye.